Hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This is take 2. We had a little minor dog fight between my two girls that are so jealous of each other that I had to hop off in the middle of my first sentence. But anyways, I'm back. And what I'm going to show you on this video is how you can take any kind of t-shirt that you would like and give it a ruffled sleeve with no sewing, just hot glue. And we're going to be using this low temperature hot glue called Surebonder that is low temperature to put this on. So you're not going to need a sewing machine to do this. You will need to do a running stitch, but that's super simple and I'll show you how to do that and then we'll do the whole entire thing. So if you like this look, I love this. If you have those kind of arms that you don't like how they look in a t-shirt, you can do this so easy and you can adjust it to however long or short you like them. So anyways, let's just start at the beginning. Let me show you what this looks like. This is 2 layers, 2 different fabrics, but you could just do one. It's completely up to you. Or if you've got some wide lace, which I'm thinking I'm going to try that next, you could do lace. Now this t-shirt that I have on right here, I didn't make it. I can't remember where I got it. Banana Republic or J. Crew or I don't remember. But it has a drop sleeve. So if you have a t-shirt that does have a drop sleeve, I do like the look of this a little bit better than the ones that have the actual sleeve, you know, shoulder seam. But okay, so I was saying before I so rudely was interrupted by my dogs, that this is what we're working on. This is 2 different pieces of fabric and I'm going to measure it for you, but you can do it however long you like. So it's about 34 inches long, roughly. That's just what I have. It's 2 different pieces. And when I've done these before, because this is not the first time I've made a ruffled sleeve, I have just ripped my fabric. But then it does fray a little bit. And for this particular t-shirt, I wanted it to look neater. So I just used my picking shears to cut the edges on everything, okay? So this is, like I said, it's around, what did I say? 34 inches long, I think. And the bigger one that I have going here is not quite 4 inches. And the little one is about 2.5. So, you know, what you need to do is just give it a go and see what you like. Okay, so I did cut the cuff off of my sleeves before I attached it. And I cut it up so that it was a little bit shorter because this t-shirt in particular had longer sleeves. Okay? And this is my t-shirt for the Craftathon, which if you're watching this today, March 5th, 2021, it's tomorrow, March 6th, 2021. And I'm super excited about it. Anyways, this is going to be so cute. I'll be wearing it tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, assuming that you want to do 2 layers, is you're just going to pin your fabric together. It's easier to work with. And then you're going to run a basting stitch wherever, or a running stitch actually is what it's called, wherever you want. And for mine, I chose, you could do it right in the plumb middle, but I chose to do mine like towards the top of the inner layer. So you could see a ruffle on both sides, okay? And to do a running stitch, all you do, this is just a very long needle. I picked a big one so you'd hopefully be able to see it. And some white thread, nothing fancy. And you're just gonna run your needle down and up, down and up, and down and up. And it doesn't even need to be that straight. So this is kind of what it's looking like. And then you just pull your needle through, okay? And you get this look with the stitches. And then when you pull it, you can cinch it up, and that's how you get your ruffle. Okay, so let me finish this. It'll just take me 2 seconds. I got a tangle. There we go. If you don't sew at all, then you can just sort of pinch plate your fabric with the hot glue on the arm. I've done that before too. But I do think that doing this running stitch makes it a little bit nicer. So if you can do the running stitch, and it's not hard, you can see it's just up and then down through both layers and then up and then down. And there's no specific length you have to have between each one. So we're almost there. We'll get to the very end, we'll cinch it up, and then we'll leave the needle because we're not going to pull the cinch to a final conclusion until we know how much we need to fit our arm. And when I was doing the first one, the first arm, what I did is I cinched it all up and then I pinned it on the sleeve at a couple different lengths to figure out what I liked with my arms. Anyways, not difficult at all. I did end up changing it though, because the first go around it was a little too long. Okay, almost there. Last time I did one of these, I was calling this a basting stitch, which is very, I mean, it's pretty much, it's the same stitch, it's just a different word. A basting stitch is just to hold 2 pieces of fabric together. A running stitch is the exact same thing, but it's what you use to create a ruffle. Okay, we're almost there. And you don't have to have a gigantic needle. Again, I just chose this one because I was hoping that you'd be able to see it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So mine, I'm going to remove my pins because I don't need those for this part right now, but I am going to use them on the shirt. Mine started actually with 2 pieces of fabric. They weren't quite long enough, so I just hot glued them together. All right, so I know that this is exactly the medium point in this whole long strip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking for where that lands, and I want it to land right at the top of the shoulder. Okay, and before we came live, I used a Sharpie to kind of mark so that the sides will be sort of similar. It's hard to get anything exact, you know, but wait, I need my little piece of cardboard here to glue on. Okay, so I'm going to ruffle this up just by pulling the string. And we'll start here. So we're going to pin this top where the seam is that I know is exactly the half. We're going to pin it on my t-shirt at the top of the shoulder. And this is where it becomes hard for me to show this and do it at the same time, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay, and then I'm going to take the end of it and pin that at the very bottom, slightly to the back of the bottom, the armpit area of the t-shirt. I'm going to look and see, is that about? Okay, and then let's do the other side. Same idea. And then we'll fiddle around with the ruffles in just a minute. want it to roughly meet up okay. If I'm making this sound harder than what it is, I apologize, because it's really not hard to do at all. So then you're going to take your one side of your sleeve, whichever one you want to start with, and lay it out. I didn't cut the long needle off yet. Lay it out, and you're going to kind of want to spread your ruffles so that they're, you know, nice. You may have to cinch this up a few times so it doesn't get pulled out too long. Okay, and then once you get the ruffles pretty much how you want them, you're just going to pin your shirt. Make sure you're pinning it just to one layer. I'm sure there's a good way to deal with the arm here, but I don't have whatever the right thing would be, a mannequin or whatever. So I'm just using what I have. Okay, let's do the other side. We're gonna, this is way too loose in this part, so let's cinch it up more. But not so tight that it puckers the whole arm of your t-shirt. Okay. And the front part of your sleeve is the most important part, so don't sweat the back too much. Okay, I'm almost done with the pinning, and then we'll start the gluing. So, tell me in the comments if you grew up sewing. I actually did. Both my, well, everyone, my mom and both of my grandmothers sewed. And so I learned how to, my first experience really sewing myself on a sewing machine was when my grandma taught me how to make Barbie pants. And they were pretty messy, but they were so cool. I made like, and you could make them with just the teeniest little scrap. And so I made so many pairs of Barbie pants that summer. I was probably, I don't know, 7, something like that. Okay, so now we're gonna start the gluing. And I think you guys can see okay, but listen, if the comments here are in your way, you should be able to swipe them either up or down or side to side. And yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna basically be picking up the ruffle and putting some little blobs of glue on here and there towards where the where that running stitch is. So a little ways up. I might start up right here. Easier. And you're gonna have a bunch of glue stings to pick off. It's okay. Oops, I don't want to glue my my string yet. The good thing about this is when it's on, it's just going to look all ruffly, so your ruffles don't have to be perfect. Okay, that's the front. Let's glue a little bit. Oh my gosh. Let's glue the back a little bit. Then we'll take the pins out and we'll finish getting it all secure. And you can adjust the ruffles as you're going along. When I made one of these on a Facebook Live before, a few people who were avid seamstresses said that they did it. They did the same idea, and they used their sewing machines. So if you have a sewing machine, then you might want to do it that way. It's just completely up to you. Okay, and when you get to the very last one, you're going to, oh, this is going to be a problem. I'm going to tie a knot. I'm just going to glue it right here because I've got glue on my thread. But basically what you'll be doing is look at the front, and you want the front to be glued over the back so it's not visible. Probably looks like it's going to be a complete disaster, but it'll be cute, I promise. And you're going to get glue all over your fingers, so please use a low temperature hot glue gun. This is my favorite. I talk about it in every video. It's a Sure Bonder Cool Shot, and they do have the glue that's specific for fabric, so it can be washed. This was about $8 or $9. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, but I have seen them at Walmart too. So those hot glue burns really burn and hurt. And there's just no reason to have that when you could just use a low temperature glue gun. When I'm done here, I want to show you some of the completed stuff from yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. So I'm just going to glue this inside the arm ruffle down. Okay, let's take our pins out, and then we'll just peek and poke some glue in along the way, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now, which for saying that looked so darn messy, can you tell how cute it's going to be? Once I put it on, I'll make it all nice and neat, you know? So now I'm just going to peek in from the top and see where I need to add some glue. And this glue dries white, so you want to try not to get it on your sleeve if possible. Where it will be visible. This definitely is one of the harder crafts to demonstrate, but it's not a hard craft to do. Oh, there's still a pin here. I think these crafts that, you know, are just sort of improvised you don't really know what you're doing exactly, but you're just doing it, they're the best kind of crafts. And I am a jack of all trades crafter, which means that I do a ton of different things. Okay, you know, I'm not like skilled at any one thing. Okay, so let's pull this little glue string off. And there we go. That was it. Just trying to get some of this glue off of it. And here we go. Here's our sleeve of our t-shirt. And here's the completed t-shirt. And anyways, if you want to see me wearing it, I hope you'll join me tomorrow. I believe my time for the Craftathon is at 11 Central, which is 12 Eastern. And you can find me here on DiyDreaming, no special place that you have to go. If you do come to the Craftathon tomorrow, I would love it if you would like and comment and cheer me on, because I know I'll be a little bit nervous tomorrow morning. But anyways, if you decide to make a t-shirt like this, or any other style but with a ruffled sleeve, I would love to see pictures. Oh, I just see another spot. I would love to see pictures of what you do, and you could share those here or over at Dreaming DIY. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will get pictures, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Alrighty, have a great evening.